There was a brutal fight. And so yeah, the episode about Abatsikal's lair was so long that I had to end it abruptly. But it's a new trial. So yeah, so now there's some sort of well, that's in a sense that thing offers basically something that you wanna go back to square one without to the same thing as ever. So yes. And of course you can say something that, well, you could say that they say all answers are basically just refusals, but there's already not going back. What he offers is no answer.
Die quickly.
Nothing. What?
Yes.
So now a Slayer form appears. Which is of course Avatar of Murder. And it's gonna get itself quite a thorough beating. But it's immune to the instant death. Which already gaining from two different directions. But it goes down still anyway.
Yes.
This one feels a bit, you could say, feels a bit pointless test because it doesn't provide any kind of, you could say, insight or anything like that. The first test showed about what happens, how the other children of Baal, and then the second one was about
we are all heroes.
About alternative yourself.
Hamsters and rangers everywhere. Rejoice!
But it's now time to head towards.
Oh,
well,
yes.
Start to go head towards Sendai's lair or enclave where she's lurking. No, for the other place, the other ball spawn. And there appears to be nothing here, just a woodcutter.
As I thought.
So, well, I'm looking for a ball spawn named Sendai. Chopping firewood, clearing of the west. Alright, so I know that Sendai is at Drow, that's the, I actually prefer pronunciation of Drow. Is there, clearing in the west. There's a grave. Oh. And there's a freshly dug grave in there. So this starts to smell that something's smelling in here. Something's not right.
What?
I find the great outdoors chaotic and dirty. It needs a shaping wheel to slap the beasts into proper order.
here's a... There's been a bloody battle. And an ambush by all kinds of nastiness. Beholder and Umber Hulks.
Yes.
Yep.
Die quickly, fool.
Nothing but die.
Curse you.
So it's time to start put some choppy happy in here.
Huh? Yes. What?
And because the Rothgar's carrying the shield of Baldur and making him quite tolerant towards
I
What?
towards the
What do you wish?
so it's now become it's quite simple. Just yeah, Beholder, very dangerous magics, but if you have a way to cripple them or cripple their magics, it becomes much simpler getting through them.
Yes.
Go bother
quite simple.
someone if I'm mad.
And they got high quality gear, katana swords. I don't need ropes anymore. And elven chains, which does not disable spellcasting, meaning it's very rare kind of armor, but it's very handy in that sense. And of course these armors give up a quite nice sum of money when you sell them. So looks like I have found something, really found something. They tried to ambush me, and there's a hastily dug graves around here. So
What do you
What
want?
can it be now?
I found those draw, but I didn't find Sendai. Oh. So why didn't you mention it earlier? Actually, I saw the grey earlier. It looks like there was a freshly dug. So what happened? Oh, actually no, let's just try it. So that's funny. There was a sign of struggle around the place. Alright, I'll leave you to your grief. So let's just go and investigate the graves again.
Yes.
Yep, a similar. And once the ghosts are dead, bringing out the full brunt of all groups being attacking. Yep, like this.
Your worthless lies! Get here!
Yeah. They are either desperate or really willing to die.
Simple. Feel my holy wrath.
Cry for your lives. They are over.
Die.
Yep, they're dead as well. I just have to
I am ready.
I'm busy
confirm what
gambling.
that their level of. Actually, they are having. Let's check what kind of bolts they had. Bolt plus ones equals useless. But bolt plus threes are not so useless because, well, They got bigger plus. Okay,
What?
I better start telling. Why was their ambush as well?
Let us speak and be done with this. Yes.
Sarabok stands ready.
All right.
Minsk and Boo stand ready.
Feel my unholy wrath.
I await your move.
Every hamster has his day. That's not right.
No! I refuse!
Damn it, it's gonna become a bit of a struggle. But yeah, more ambush. Time to kill these two as well. Alright. I now have a way to get inside. And it's guarded by a couple of other few extra hench goons.
Death
I
comes
am
from you.
good.
Feel its icy breath.
I am.
Not particularly, you could say,
Bah! Useless
Scary.
weapon.
although they are quite scary when they were quite numerous and they get an ambush on you. That's when they are scary. Without that kind of
What?
case on their benefit, they aren't scary.
Yeah.
Or to say, well, they are scary in the sense that ignoring them as peril will mean that you're gonna suffer horrifying defeat. But
What?
I am ready.
What is it now?
if you remember that they are dangerous,
Go bother
Make
someone
yourself
else.
they are not really that severe danger. Of course, level of danger and
I'm busy, okay? I'm
is
busy.
always a bit of a
As you
matter of that rune is definitely very necessary and handy thing to get. It allows an upgrade to one of many
Yes.
extremely high level weapons that
Every hamster
you are carrying
has
at this
his
case.
day.
Practically to every class there is some sort of massive they are weapons to many situations and they are very handy. But time to now crash inside and see. Kick the door. Yep, and Sendai's brought out
Yes.
Yes.
You point.
What do you
lots of
wish?
Swords,
you could say
not words.
fancy familiar things from Underdark.
Cry for
Well,
your
she's a drow, so of
lives.
course you
They
would
are
bring stuff from Underdark.
I am ready.
Minsk and booze where Minsk goes.
Vengeance.
Stands aside.
Yes. As I thought. Death comes.
But Minsk and the Sarawak are, but you could say they are the
nothing but
front line.
Death comes.
Terrible, of course, they do the clear a blunt force.
With vengeance.
I'm going to take out, not carry the shield of Baldur because its strength reducing effect is quite unpleasant. And after Mykonits, the spiders. Lots of them. And Umber Hawks.
Useless
Yes.
weapon.
Almost like easier to say what kind of
words.
horrifying unpleasantness of from the underdark there is not in here.
Suck eggs.
I'm busy, okay? I'm busy.
And you could say that every nasty critter and monstrosity from the underdark is around here.
Yes.
Sarabak
And who stand ready?
Okay, Sarawak, you join the fray.
Yes.
Oh, I am good. Hold still. Curse you.
Any more? Yes, more.
I am
Yes.
ready.
Every hamster has his day.
Okay, Sarawak, you show your talent of chopping
You
up.
point swords, not words.
And Minsk as well with your double
Feel the backhand of justice.
weaponry.
Hold still. Curse you.
Yep, Sendai did not spare any expenses when it was a matter of things to be thrown against you. But then again, she is powerful and from underdraw.
What is
I
it
am
now?
await.
So if she would not be eager to blast out a big tax against you, she would have you could say a bit of a difficulty. So there's barracks and two different forms of tunnels. So of course saving the progress. Because well, it doesn't take long.
Yes. Yeah.
Knock knock.
Yeah.
I
Go
await
bother
your
someone else.
And just to make sure that everything goes according to plan,
I'm
let's
busy, okay? I'm busy. Yes.
make Menaf be without her cape, because well, she doesn't need to be protected from sunlight in these locations. Why in hell they always seem to aim Jahira? So she is kind of front row, but
vengeance.
What is it now?
Sarabak
Every
stands
hamster
ready.
has his day.
But this is just this is not a, you could say, battle of strategy, but good old-fashioned battle of slugfest, which seems to end.
To shield Boo and have lost my spec. I am not sorry.
And that battle ended quite unceremoniously and bluntly. All dead. Which is to say, all Drow are dead. They
I can carry no more. Your item is on the ground.
So there's lots of
Yes.
stuff found in here, and I got the key to some of the other tunnels. Getting further with a bit of cutscene, which didn't happen in Abatsigal lair.
Your answer will not sit well with my master, Sendai.
You dare threaten me here, in my own enclave?
Balthazar's army grows stronger with each passing day, Sendai. You know how this will end.
Yeah, they would also be fighting.
And tell your master I know who my true allies are.
So be it. Your fate is sealed, Sendai. You and all your kind.
Well, strange enough, he didn't kill a messenger just to send a message.
Forgive me, mistress. An intruder has entered our underground complex, and the sentries have not yet reported back.
Well, that's because they're dead.
Sniveling maggots! I cannot waste my time with such petty annoyances. Set the slaves in the north tunnels and release my pets into the south. That should put an end to this intruder.
Yes, Mistress Sendai. It shall be as you command.
And that's a bit of foreshadowing about what you can expect. One kind of enemies at this one tunnel, different type in the other tunnel. Of course, saving the progress. And more monsters
I await your need.
eager to pick a scuffle with me.
Swords, not now!
I'll rule supreme.
Minsk and Boo stand ready. Yes.
Nature! The life begins!
What?
Go bother
Every
someone.
And they are focusing on
has
Minsk
his day.
now.
With vengeance!
I require rest. I demand we stop.
Rest would be welcome, lest we endanger ourselves.
energies to sustain me.
Well, for now you will die.
Yeah, they died, but come on, Minsk, don't be at the battlefield. You know, good, you gave up. The Umber Hulk's confusion ability, or whatever you call it, is really annoying because it just, of course, it cripples your whatever you're planning to do character to a completely idiot.
Justice!
But it also makes the fact that they may, of course, they may also attack you. But luckily in the enhanced edition you can actually change some of the equipment of those under confusion or whatever mental state and make them drink potions and something. So it is not completely, you could say, hopeless situation. So it said slaves in the north and pets in the south. So let's just go through the slaves are innocent, so let's just go through the pets then. Yep, spiders.
Curse you! I am ready.
Lots of spiders.
That's right. Ha! That's how it's
And
done.
this is something that there's a huge web right at the middle of the stage or room.
You point!
Nature's
How you
son.
wanna see? Look it. And
What?
That's
that-
right. No one here but us shadows.
web is full of traps, all kinds of traps which make which destroy mobility and all that kind of nonsense, unpleasantness about you. So let's
I
just
demand we stop.
summon a diva,
Rest would be
deva,
welcome, lest
No
we
longer have
endanger
immortal
ourselves.
energies to sustain me.
and put it out as a
No one here but us shadows.
oh yep, and just admire the carnage. Although it ain't immune.
Swords, not words! What do you wish? Consider it accomplished.
I shall prevail.
it's old-fashioned.
Could my opinion of this group drop any lower? Evidently so.
That's not right.
Some kind of super spider monster called La Saga as well.
That's not right. Yes.
Quite unpleasant thing, but nothing you could say unstoppable.
Justice.
Well, actually, it is quite unstoppable as it seems to be
I am ready.
tanking damage really well.
What will happen?
Minsk and Bull stand ready.
So let's just blast out with the fire. But I guess that better order is to kill first those things which are more easily killed, then you go and destroy those things which are not as easily,
Yes.
you could say,
What?
killed as the others.
With vengeance!
Phase spiders. At this phase, they are nothing but, you could say, a speed bump.
Out with it.
Mutant spiders,
Go buggers. Edwin do this. Edwin
bit
do
more
that.
dangerous.
Sure, a banana.
Then no
Nature's
stinkiness.
service awaits.
Cover your nose. Every hamster has his day.
Yep. Common creatures,
What?
do not hesitate to use them as meat shields, and at the higher level of
The demand we
Would be
stop.
welcome,
summons
lest we endanger
as a
ourselves.
front vanguards attacking before making attacks to enemies before you get the.
Enough. I no longer have immortal energies to sustain me.
Yeah, but I got through the tunnels.
Tire.
I'm busy, okay? I'm busy.
It's still looking like the resistance is gonna be stiff.
Yes.
Yes.
With vengeance!
Die. Feel the hand of
I am ready.
justice.
If you think our
When hell they are always concentrating on Jahira.
That's not right.
Useless weapon. Useless weapon.
Yeah, the bug swarm bug swarm is quite handy spell, although I must say that it's
Fear me.
more powerful version
with vengeance!
is, you could say, way better at causing damage. And I must say that there is, in a sense, very little interesting things happening in this place because, well, yes, there's battle, yes, there's fighting and all that kind of things, which are interesting in a sense, but they are not interesting for the commentary sense. So it might be something that I'm gonna cut away the cleaning up, mopping up resistance and slaughtering everything in my path parts of this enclave, because, well, it doesn't provide much of commentary material, and of course may also, because of some dumb mistake I
Rest
make,
would be
need
welcome.
to
I require
reloadings.
rest. We demand we stop.
Yes.
There's in the enclave, after slaughtering up all the gods and monsters guarding the place, nothing really interesting. There's this central room in here which has something suspicious in it.
What is it?
You point.
You are lucky
I
I'm here.
punch.
Very good.
Well, for example, it's trapped very strongly, and it has a lich in it. But even a mightiest lich
It is done.
at this phase is nothing but a fodder for a big meaty blast. Except of course it blasted out a spell trigger, true sight, dispel magics and death spells. That must be a gate spell. Actually no. Yep, turn on dead.
I'm busy, okay? I'm busy.
And he goes down with a massive blast of...
If that is what you want.
Yep, no need to fight, don't
What do you
fight
want?
fair fights. But
I can carry no more. Your item is on the ground.
what he did give us is, well, ways to get forward. And a couple of nice little trinkets as well,
Yes. If you wish.
which make getting forward
I am ready.
a bit
Leave it to
easier.
me.
But it's time to return to the central room then.
We endanger
We demand we
ourselves.
stop.
Oh, elsewhere.
Mistress, your plan has failed. Your servants have been slaughtered and the invader continues to advance.
Slaughtered? And the intruder yet lives? Impossible!
I swear it is true, mistress. And forgive me, mistress, but there is something else.
If you value your life, you will cease your stammering and speak, Captain.
I have learned that the intruder is a bull spawn. We are under assault from Gorion's ward.
No! Why was I not told of this immediately? They must be stopped.
She has a sane reaction.
Yes, mistress. What are your orders?
This ball spawn is far too powerful to trust their destruction to your incompetent hands, Captain. You are of no further use to me.
Well, of course she's stupid enough and kills one of her own.
Diatha, my priestess, destroy this intruder. Gorion's ward must not be allowed to reach this chamber.
Yes, mistress. I will do as you command.
Do not underestimate this invader's power. Stop them at any cost. If you fail, Diatha, you will share the same fate as the unfortunate captain.
Of course, Mistress Sendai. I will unleash all of your drow forces against our foe.
Yep.
Yeah.
She is not holding back, and she is rightly scared of bad things coming towards her direction. Of course, saving and checking all the necessary steps. Well, at least one person
Out
was
with it.
killed a bit without my influence. So, still getting further. There she is. Oh, that's so. Who is she? Oh yeah.
I am ready.
Yes. One.
There's some big nasty beasties around here. Powerful.
Rest would be
I
welcome.
require
Lest
rest.
we endanger
We demand we stop.
Stand ready.
As you wish.
And they If I remember right, Ogremoch was some kind of evil elemental spawn, hell spawn, horrifying monster or something like that.
Simple.
Very, very dangerous, very scary, very unpleasant thing to be target of anger.
I no longer have immortal energies to
But
sustain.
here's the one more greater earth elemental. Simply got killed really fast. They also got killed very fast. Oh god. Well, it made a big splash, so I guess I have to restart this fight. Because it's just the earthquake, which is a very dangerous attack.
I require rest.
And it went down
Energies to sustain.
quite nicely.
Yes.
What do you wish?
Well, it ain't over yet. There's another room that I have to clear.
Yes.
And it's got much, you could say, more simplistic horrors. There are demons and vampires and all that kind of nonsense. Well, of which can quite easily be said to be that nothing, you could say, in unseen level of horrifying.
Simple.
And Diana herself is there.
Yes.
Nature's servant awaits.
Yes.
What is it?
I am
Mince
ready.
and bull stand.
Oh yeah, she seems to love. She seems to love the insect swarm spell.
I await your news.
Okay, not
Yes.
not like this.
Yes. Out with it. What?
Not like this. Beautiful. God damn it. Again a bit of... After the Elemental Prince, it's time to go and get busy and face Diana herself. Although I think it's my prudent move to throw myself first against with the Beholder shielding towards getting the Beholder itself.
Death comes for you. Feel its icy breath.
Yeah, and Diana just... We'll find, it's gonna be... Yeah, the Beholder also went down.
Yep.
Be welcome. Less
Demand we stop.
Enemies to sustain me. I tire.
And one more wave of Sendai's henchmen and women and monsters out of picture.
It is done.
Through destiny and might, we shall rule supreme.
Oh, and another. Somebody was about to boasting it. So, I'm here for Sendai. Stand aside, or actually, let's be snarky. Does she think they can actually stop me by just throwing the slaves in my way? Oh, spectator. Oh. Okay, so Beholder has this idea. So how do I know you will not betray me if I agree? Ah. Oh, well, actually, that's actually quite good terms. So it becomes a single duel against Captain. And seeing that Hrothgar is extremely high level cleric, with resistances through the roof, and not to mention quite powerful other talents as well, it might be a... Alright, no spells, just smashing him to pieces with dual wielding. Yeah, drink as much as you want, you're gonna be smashed to pieces with a few strikes. Like this. Oh yeah, and Beholder kept its words. All his henchmen nodded. Hey, aren't you the spectator? Yeah. So how he didn't die with them? Well, so what's he gonna do now? Okay, humorous. Well, find a hive, check ladies usual. Just fight my life, like the usual. Well, he was actually quite friendly.
Diathai is dead, and the rogue Balspawn draws ever closer. Mythical, my Mind Flayer ally, you must stop the fool before this goes further.
All right, it's getting worse for her because her own, everything what was her own has now been killed or swept aside. But so now she has to resort to her allies.
Do not wave your tentacles at me, Mythical. I have no other choice. My minions are slaughtered. Even my priestess has been destroyed. If you wish to feast on the brains of those that fall in slaves, you will unleash your illithid on the bald child that invades the Enclave. You must not allow the interloper to reach my inner sanctum.
Well, at least the gribbly-faced monstrosity has, at least you could say, some kind of understanding about odds.
I can't carry no more. Your item is on the ground.
And there's quite lots of really powerful stuff around here. Yep, and getting further to the illithid part. And even at this phase, you could really say that the general level of dangerousness posed by illithids, despite still being very high because of their ability to suck brains, is reduced quite a lot.
Wish what?
They are still dangerous, but not as horrifyingly dangerous as they used to be in Shadows of Amn.
Jump on my sword
At the
while you can,
illithid
evil.
phase.
I won't be as
Oh, look at that.
What?
Nature's I am willing.
They are... actually, that wasn't a regular illithid, that was undead form of illithid. Bit more, you could say.
What for? And every hamster has his day.
you could say they are real nasty bastards. Those kind of elite hits. What was the Alhun?
Yes.
But as a counter for them being that way nasty, they don't have. They usually don't carry the gribbly grubbly brain eating thing,
What? Simple.
which of course makes them much less frightening
What is it now?
opponents.
In cactus.
So let's just make use of weapon more than kind of sword weapon, which is, well, better say spell, which is quite effective, but
I am ready.
but its real effectiveness
What do you want?
is not in its, you could say, raw damage dealings, but in the fact that it's practically almost impossible to kill
With
I'm
vengeance.
busy, okay?
And-
I'm busy.
a
Hold still.
and the spell or summon which can keep enemies bound for a long time, or you could say almost endless amount of time,
Cry for your lives. They are over.
while you for your crew
Cry
to
for
then
your
be able to
lives. They are over.
What?
Open the eyes, Boo.
being able to
Open the eyes, Yal!
Could my opinion of this group drop any lower? Evidently so.
yeah, they just vainly try to eat the brains of a sword which doesn't have its one, and mythical alone is the last of all the hellspawn to die. So it is time to go and face Sendai next time, because I really don't know how long that fight's gonna take, and this has taken a quite long time, this episode. So next time it is time to take down Ballspawn of 2, and after that it's just 1.